So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to make two kinds of earrings. Just simple dingle ones and then really dingle ones. You can do 2 beads, and after you learn this, you're going to be able to do 3 or 4 beads, but I'm going to be able to teach you how to make 2 kinds of earrings. Now, if you haven't seen the video where I make a simple necklace, this is the necklace I made, and we're making matching earrings in this video. Ooh, who doesn't like to match their jewelry? Pick me, I love to match. Love it. So let's get started. What you're going to need is you're going to need 2 of your oval beads from your kit, as well as 2 rondelles, the tan ones. For this particular earring, you're going to need 2 head pins, 1, 2, and then 2 shepherd hooks so that it becomes an earring, right? So the first thing I'm going to show you is you're going to take your head pin, right? The flat tip is so the bead stops on it. We're going to put the bead through like this, and the rondelle like this. Yes. Do you see that? Do you see how cute it is? Now we're going to do a loop on a bead. Now we have already had a video where we teach you how to make loops on beads. See, on these 2 beads, I have 2 loops on this one and 1 loop on this one. That's because I already did that in another video. So if you don't know how to do loops, I would suggest going to that other video and then coming back so it's easier for you to do the earring. So we have, right now, we have the 2 beads, and it's a little long for the loop I want, so I'm going to cut the excess off. And I want a little loop. I like little loops. I'm a big fan of little loops. So if you like bigger loops, then make sure you cut more. Make sure you have more wire, more of the head pin. If you like little loops, make sure you have less. And so I'm going to use my round nose. Pliers to make the loop. And as you see, this goes from small to big. This because it helps you to make what size loop you want. If you want a small loop, you go put your wire down here. A medium loop, you put your wire in the middle, and a big loop, you put your wire at the end. I'm gonna make a small loop, so I'm gonna put it at the end, but first we do a 90-degree angle. It's a little harder with 2 beads, but not impossible. So see how there's a 90-degree angle, and then I'm gonna put that wire, the end of it, at the tip of my round nose pliers and start curling. So I curl, and there, it's not straight, so I want to use my long nose pliers. You always use your pliers. You got your round nose, your long nose, and your cutters. So do you see how I made a little loop at the top? Well, the next thing we need to do is hook in the shepherd's hook. So there is a loop at the end of the shepherd's hook, and on one end of the loop there's a gap, and you pull it just a little bit. See how there's just a little gap there, and we're going to put our earring through that, and then we're going to close it up. We're going to make sure there is no gap between the end of the loop to the other side of the loop, because if there's a gap, if you can have a gap, then your earring will fall out. And so you just have yourself an earring that matches the necklace that we made in another video. Are you serious? It's so cute. It's so cute. So you're gonna do the same thing with the next one. You're gonna take the big oval bead in your head pin, and then you're gonna take your rondelle, your tan rondelle, put it through. You're gonna cut. I'm cutting a lot because I want a smaller loop. Cutting it, and then I'm gonna take my round nose pliers, make a 90-degree angle, and then I am going to take my wire and put it at the end, and I'm going to loop and come down and loop and come down and loop, and I am going to make myself a cute little loop. And if you're struggling, use your long nose pliers, straighten it up, make sure there's no gap right there in that loop, because it'll fall out, right? So cute. Oh, so cute. And then I'm going to put my shepherd hook on. Simple as that. Simple as that. And then close up your shepherd hook. And what do I have? Ah! 2 so cute. Can't stand it. Earrings that match my necklace. I mean, you are going to be so cute when you wear this. Your outfit's going to pop. Everybody's like, ooh, where'd you get that? You're like, I made it. Don't even worry about it. I made this. It's so exciting. I love it. Like in about 30 minutes, you have a whole jewelry set. Come on now, necklace and earring. And it's so cute. And the rondelles, the lights make it pop, and the beautiful blue and the browns, they all go together. So that is a very, very simple dangle earring, right? So then let's make a little bit complicated. dangled earring. Just a little bit. You got this. I know you do. Don't be groaning at me. You got this. It's gonna be okay. So what you're gonna need is, for each bead, you are gonna need a pin. For the ones that are gonna be dangling at the bottom, you need a head pin. For the ones that are gonna be on top, between your shepherd's hook and your other bead, you're gonna need an eye pin. And so I've already made these, right? These are already made. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my teardrop bead and I'm gonna put my head pin through. You don't wanna put your eye pin because it'll just make it look unfinished. You want your head pin here at the bottom where the last bead is, because it makes it look finished. It doesn't make it look like, well, you missed something or you should have put another bead on. So make sure you do your head pin for your one that's going to be on the bottom. And then again, you're going to cut off the excess. You take your round nose pliers, do a 90-degree angle, and then you're going to loop it. I'm going to take it, loop, 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 loop. I'm going to take it and loop it, right? So I have that. I'm going to take my next bead. You can do 2 beads, you can do 3 beads, 4 beads, 5, whatever you want. You do you. I'm just showing you the basics so that you can build on top of it. You can keep building with your jewelry making skills, right? So with the next bead, I have my eye pin. It already has a loop on it, so I don't have to go too crazy. I only have to make 1 more loop, but I want 2 loops. I want to loop on this side and loop on this side. So I'm going to use my cutters. Make it not so big. I don't want too big of a loop. Whew, pop, 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 pop. And then I'm going to do, this is hard. You're going to hold it with 3 fingers, your thumb, your middle finger, and your pointer finger. And you're going to go at a 90-degree angle, just like that. Do you see how there's a 90-degree angle? And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to make a loop, 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 just like that. If you're having a hard time, go watch our other video about how to make loops on beads, okay? If you're struggling, that is really deep in the technique and how to do it and really well explaining it. So I would suggest going watching the video. But for now, we have almost another set of earrings. And how long did it take us? No time at all, because this is a great hobby to have if you want a product within an hour. Okay, so now I need to hook all these together. So I'm going to take my teardrop bead, make a gap, just a little bit of gap. And I am going to loop my other bead in there and then close up the gap. You don't want any gaps, don't have any gaps, because your beads will fall off and your earrings will fall apart. Okay, so we got that. And then the next is a shepherd's hook. Okay. And then I close up my shepherd's hook like I did on the other side. And there you have the cute dangling necklace. Oh my goodness. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna open up the bottom one, make sure there's no gaps when you close it back up. Make it so you're gonna do a gap here. You're going to then close your gap. Sometimes it's better to close the gap with the long nose, just because it's a little bit easier, but it also doesn't keep the roundness to it. So you see that? There we go. And then we're going to open this and we're going to put our shepherd's hook on and then close it up. Make sure there's no gap. You don't want gaps. Okay? And so I'm looking, make sure there's no gaps on any of the hooks, on any of the loops, and there's not. And there you have another Dingley earring. Now again, you can go 1, 2, 3, you can go 4, you can go 5, you can go 10. I mean, whatever you want. You be creative and you be you, and I'm just going to teach you from me. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure you watch our other videos to learn more about making your own jewelry. All right, until the next time, I'll see you then. Bye.